Today, I played Minecraft Hardcore Mode, and I survived for 100 days. This video was inspired by Luke the Notable and others. This video took weeks to make as well. I started on July 10th, 2021, so it would be amazing if you guys subscribed and liked this video. Also, before we begin, I want to let you know that there's a big announcement I have at the end of the video, so make sure to watch till the end. Anyways, let me show you how I survived Minecraft 100 days, Hardcore Mode. Day 1. Right after spawning, I climbed a tree and assessed my surroundings. Saw a mountain range with a ruined portal that I planned on looting, so I rushed the portal and looted the chests. I also got some decent golden armor and some flint and steels. Again, I looked around with this better vantage point. Finally, after all that, I mined my first tree and, gotta get some wood, Made a wood sword, used the flint and steel to cook the animals I was killing for more food. Day 2, I started to explore more, as I wanted to get a base settled pretty quickly. Then I started to mine for some stone tools that I could use. I found some coal that I used to get some torches. Now, with all this stuff, I went exploring. I found a local ocean, made a boat, went around looking for some loot, and I spotted a shipwreck right near the beach, so I went to look in it. Found 3 pairs of enchanted leather boots, more coal, wheat, and rotten flesh. Went back and where I mined that stone, and I made a chest, deciding I'd make a place my home. I went mining and I found some diamonds, but I left them so I could get a fortune pickaxe and mine them with that instead. Or at least that was the plan. So I went back up to the surface, cooked up my iron, and made some more chests and a shield. And I dived right back into the mines, got 5 diamonds from the veins that I found, so I could make a diamond pickaxe, and in the future an enchanting table. Grabbed 4 obsidian, and I was done for the day. Day 3 started with a fight with the skeleton, and storing my loot in a chest. After I planted some sugarcane, and I lured some cows for breeding on leather and beef. Beef is nice. Made a wheat farm so I could also breed them, and then I slept. Waking up, I made haste, and I rushed to get more seeds for the wheat farm, expanding it because I know for a fact that once I start harvesting it, it'll grow exponentially. I also did some landscaping because if I was going to say I survived 100 survival Minecraft hardcore, then I wanted to at least have some kind of a base. Using the deep slate I refined the previous day, I started to plan out a base. I didn't want to make it looking super nice just yet. I just wanted to make a ground plan and lay it out. I did just that by using deep slate tiles. Locations that I wanted to put a gate or a door. I bred cows, made a few extra axes, and started to chop the trees down so I could build there later. Next day, I headed down to the mines and I grabbed a ton of deep slate. I love this stuff, and I wanted to use it in my new base. I also found a ravine, and I remembered Mr. Minecraft wise words, and I left it alone. Walking out of the mines, I used furnaces to cook some of the stone for my base. I was planning to use for it. Found some fresh cows, so I brought them to the ones I was already herding. Using some deep slate, I made the walls of the gate for heading to bed. I had some iron on day 8, so I decided to make a chicken coop to make some eggs for a cooked chicken farm later. With the coop done, I dug some more dirt in an area I planned on using later. I wanted to make the entire floor of this area of my base dirt so it looked good when it grows into grass. I heard a strange noise nearby on day 9, and I found a lone pillager. Seeing him, I instantly knew a scout party was nearby. I didn't want to take the entire party, as it would surely be my end of my new series called I Survived Minecraft 100 Days. I worked on my new wall that I would not need, seeing that the pillager was so close to my base. I also planted even more sugarcane, as I would need it later if I wanted to use villagers. I reached day 10, 1/10 of the way to the end of this episode of I Survived Minecraft 100 Days Hardcore Mode. And back to base building I was. Chopping trees, digging land, building walls. Found another one of those pillagers in a small lake. I also started working on making it so mobs can't just walk over my walls by making it 3 blocks tall, along with making an enchanting table so I could upgrade my gear much better. I had mined the previous day for more resources, but I wanted lots more, because this is survival Minecraft. 100 days, 1.7. There are tons of items to play with, but with the cows and making a grand escape attempt, pull out one of the oldest tricks in the back inside was easy that way. But I got back to building soon, and I worked on the wall tons more. Collecting some of the sugar that we planted a while back really paid off now, as we have tons of paper for enchanting setup. With breeding the cows, we have almost enough leather also. Killed a few dozen. They sacrificed have good gear. I needed it because I saw another patrol within the walls, which was not okay by my standards. I tried to find Fortune 3, but it wasn't there, so I grabbed the cheap items to reset the enchantments. Did that till I saw it. Fortune 3. I needed XP, so I went mining in an attempt to get lots of EXP, targeting coal and redstone. I placed some dripstone that I found down at my chest and went exploring for coal that can be found on the surface. Hill biomes, then you will see lots of coal just sitting out. But I got distracted and went exploring for real. Found many things like a ruined portal in a flower forest biome. During the night I had to sleep out on the lake, which was not the first. As I don't have a full set of iron, I'm not gonna risk throwing away this run of Minecraft I survived 100 days in hardcore mode. When daylight eventually came, I headed back to base and cooked my new stuff, stored the rest, and back out I went, trying to find coal. But I had no luck. So I cooked stone for EXP. Waking up, I worked on the main gate a bit, bred the cows, and went mining to get to. After returning from the mines, I cooked up the stone and mined. I made coal blocks to better store the coal I was collecting, along with heading to the fields to grab some wheat for my cows and to breed chickens. I started the day by putting stone I had to good use by building that wall. After a bit of doing nothing but chilling, I decided to go mine for some more, hoping to find some diamonds. Find any, so I got some major progress done on the wall, so I went to bed. In the morning, I went down with a lot of stone pickaxes because I didn't want to break my diamond one until I mined those diamonds. So stone pickaxes were good enough for me. Found some diamonds, but left them behind for that investment I was betting on with Fortune 3. But let's be honest, it was gonna happen because I was gonna make it happen. Feeling a bit tired of mining, so I went back up to the surface. Woke up in the morning and got breeding them cows. I made an iron pickaxe and mined some redstone. Found an amethyst geode near my base. They're too common, I won't lie. A zombie approached me, so I decided to leave it because I didn't have a sword to back. So back to the other mines that were zombie free. And I kept to that redstone grind. I also discovered some silverfish. So I quickly left as the not get swarmed by thousands, while I only have 2 pieces of gold armor and leather boots. I woke up and checked on the iron I started smelting the previous night, as iron and the other ores give tons of EXP when they're done cooking in a stack. So I let it sit. And yes, I mined iron for the EXP. What do you think I would do? I collected it and I had it done. I got Fortune 3 on my diamond pickaxe. Time to mine some diamonds, my boys. Sprinting with a skip in my step, I mined all the diamonds in the first vein. Alone, I got 20 diamonds. I sprinted to bed and I grabbed tons of emeralds and 37 diamonds. So I crafted some diamond armor looking like a real champ now. I also made a diamond sword, shovel, and axe. I still had diamonds left over, so I left them in the chest. I then started checking for prop 4 so I could be even stronger. Luckily, I found it in the first enchantments that I was given. But I needed EXP, so I headed out to find some structures. I slept in the wilderness, but I kept going. I went to a ruined portal near my base to write down the coordinates so I could keep track of where I was and where I was going. I lost the footage because my started to spam blue screen. but I found a village and a ruined portal. I had started to move the first villager, and I came up with a much better way to move villagers in the process by using workstations to move around. It wouldn't be me if I said I survived Minecraft 100 days, and yet I didn't learn some way to break the game, but moving him was only the beginning. My PC started a blue screening, but I didn't let that stop me. I kept moving forward, although it was very hard moving the villager because you can only move them during their hours, and at any other time they'll just sit there and look pretty or wander away. But in my case, he thought there was a composter that was there, but another blue screen helped me to unbug him. The villager had moved far enough away about the fake composter, so he became unemployed. So I boated him through a swamp and kept moving. By day 33, I had him in the base. I planned on making him a vending villager because of the fact that they sell glass and books. Hell, you'll see how I'll break them by just using those items. Day 34, I now wanted to adventure. My main goal was to get to a nether, get some blaze rods and nether warts. Soon be very useful in making infinite money. But I started with just a basic cobble base. Nether. At the morning of day 35, I started by placing more torches in my base, so mobs won't spawn. I compacted my resources, and I started sorting my chests, then heading into the nether to start mining. I wanted to mine down to the bedrock and move across the lava lake, as it would be much easier to move around when I'm not getting attacked by hoglins. In the nether, when I hit a bastion, I knew better than to rush in and get all the loot, as again, I remember the wise words of Philza Minecraft. We're gonna nuke the shit out of that. Philza 2020. So I made some golden boots and wandered around looking for such luck. So I ran back to base. I headed out going to the village, but I stayed Slade, a wandering trader, and his llamas for leads. I arrived there late in the day, so I started looking for the next villager. After grabbing some, I got to work using a grind cutters this time. I made huge progress though. Nothing new here to report. I just kept moving that villager. But let me know down in the comments if you're enjoying this episode of I Survived Minecraft 100 Days Hardcore Mode. Had done it. I brought the villager all the way back from the village. We had 2 villagers that I will soon to absolutely destroy logic. I grabbed some more sugarcane and got to work, trading up and upgrade them fast as I went mining. I heard skeletons, and if you were a newbie, you'd think there would be a cave. That'd only be the case if there was bats and other mobs. I only heard skeletons, so I knew it was a spawner, and I was right. A fresh skeleton spawn. So I got to work on making an EXP grinder. By day 42, I made massive work. I needed soul sand, so I grabbed some from the nether and went back to work. I headed down and soon to be EXP spawner. I placed the soul sand and got back to work. EXP soon to be done, I was able to heal my pickaxe. I also grabbed some kelp to make it easier to work with the water. And then I got rid of the torches. It was grinded so that my pickaxe healed nearly completely. I got back to work on the wall as I was nearing completion with it. I also had 30 levels, so I got Prot 4 on my chest plate with Unbreaking and Mending. Kind of OP. But back to the mine. I wanted 2 Prot 4s on my armor in. Got to work mining for resources, so I think this would be a great time to ask. You guys remember when mining cobblestone was so valuable because you couldn't craft it? It was more sought after than diamonds. Ah, the good old days. I kept digging until I found some silverfish, and at that point, getting back to the surface, I started to store my loot from the mine. Then I started work on my final gate, planning on making the main gate. Made some major progress on getting across that lava lake today, but I also had to dig Bastion first. Digging below the lava lake was a big challenge, but it's nothing for a veteran. Besides, this is I survival Minecraft. I gotta do something to it. Then I worked a bit more on EXP Grinder. I grinded there for a bit and I healed up on my pickaxe. It was painfully made me crave a guardian farm. I had done it. 50%. First episode of I Survived My 100 Days Hardcore. So I celebrated by up some mobs that had spawned in my base, and I decided that not having any farm was a major problem. So I made some. I didn't even need them, but that was okay. Any farm was. I started going out into the forest, which for looking for sand, as I didn't want to take sand from near my base and ruin the nearby looks of it. I needed it for glass so I could see through the sugarcane ground. I made some stairs going down in the mines into actual stairs so I could move faster. Then I found something. My base had a slime chunk right underneath it. If this series gets 30 likes, then in 200 days, I'll make a slime farm. I was mining and I hit the basalt. Kept digging as there was just less lava here than in the lava lake. Kept my coordinates up open to allow me to know how far I went. Digging upwards was a real pain as I never knew lava was. When to stop mining. But I found some netherite, so that was nice. I grinded for some EXP, I say. Started work on cooked chicken farm. So when I run out of steak, I can use that instead. Day 56, I got to work on the nether tunnel. I accidentally found a fortress. Lucky me. I rushed in to kill a blaze and grabbed some nether warts and headed back home. Made a nether wart farm as I was going to start working on potions, so I needed nether wart. I waited in my farm AFK so skeletons would stack up and I killed them from sweet loot and mainly EXP. It was also around this time I got the suit up achievement. I mean, I got diamond armor before iron armor. Take that, you noob! Made it a bit out of the side of my base as to make room for the main living area. Then I started work on the inside to make it almost all dirt. Now I had the resources to start working with villagers, so I started with the basic villager breeder as I needed 2 babies from this. So I didn't care how it looked. So I got to work. Kept throwing beds at it and for like 2 villagers that were already there and then 2 babies. By the end of the day, I had an extra baby villager. So I took one of the working villagers out. So I didn't have as more villagers than I needed. Villagers were coming along good, so I harvested wheat to make bread for the village. And I chopped trees to waste time as I was waiting for them to breed. I got to work on the resources ready for an official villager breeder as I wanted it to be automatic and self-sustaining, which stupidly baby could do. Night came on day 64. I worked into the night trying to get silk touch. I needed it if I wanted to work with glass. But working hard got me the enchantment. So I got to work building the villager breeder. On day 66, I had the villager breeder complete. Got the villager collections. That's what I got to work doing. Got back and I got in the bed. Yep, you heard me. Beds. So I went down to the EXP farm and started healing my pickaxe. The villager breeder was still working its way on up as they needed to farm enough to feed them both for the feeding. Made a mushroom farm that wasn't automatic, but it still made mushrooms. But what's cooler is that I trapped a zombie in order to make infinite money with. Started brewing potions when I noticed the zombie despawned because I didn't give an item or a name tag. So I went to go get another. All I needed left was some apples. That was easy to get. I just needed to mine a ton of oak. We now hit 75% with this Minecraft 100 Days Hardcore Mode series. And the best part is that I just finished making the ultimate villager. Now, I could make so much stinking money, I'll put all those noobs to shame. Minecraft, because I could turn 6 emeralds into 128 by just using my cartographer and my librarian. So I didn't have to worry about making. I converted and villager so I get even cheaper deals. I kept getting more apples and Decided a farmer was worth it as they sell apples and I have infinite. I can buy infinite apples. Farmer was done and working, so with the new apples, I used them to make more villages, more villagers, more emeralds. I also had an incident where a zombie villager found in the sun, but I saved him with quick thinking and a bucket of water. I placed a chest on the cooked chicken farm, then moved the new villager into the system. I also killed off one of the old villagers that it didn't convert us. So much easier that getting him replaced, Amazon stuff. I started mining for netherite as I wanted to get stronger, and I fought the energy. Thought I'd be able to not die as quickly. I didn't have many plans for ending to the I survived Minecraft. Wanted to set it off with set myself up for the next video, and I did just that by landscaping the front of the entrance of the base and then building an iron farm. I had the blocks and the zombie in place. I just made the village follow me up some stairs and I got them into place. I did the same thing again, just bringing the villagers up and in them one at a time. I got the villagers in, so I made a kill shoot, and it was very close to done. I just needed to do a little bit more. Day 90, meaning I was 10 days left. That didn't stop me, as now I had an iron farm. And I was so close to being. The water kept on freezing. There's some torches up there so it wouldn't freeze. At the end of the night, day 90, I placed lava so that would kill the golems after fixing with the water. Farm was up and running. I decided to add some deep to make it better. I went to the ocean and got another axolotl as I didn't want a little yellow one feeling. I was trying to make a new villager and it took up forever, not for you. Seconds free. I traded to heal up my pickaxe. And in return I got emeralds. I swear, I'm getting too rich at this. Day 94, I got more villagers so I can get even more emeralds even faster. Because what else will I do once I get all my enchantments? I want them for free. I can get that. For whenever I get that. Next day, I got some more iron from the farm. So that was very nice. I also got to work in the main area. I have a huge plan in my head on how I want it to generally look like a lot of land. I ran out of stone, so back down to the mines I was. Don't worry, I'll automate this. It was the second to last day, so of course I wanted it to look around and see my progress. Got my netherrack, got to work on the new part of my base, so any holes where I was going to be walking. Watched the sun set, and I wanted to do something special. So I made a map of the base. Once we hit 100 days, and once we hit 200 days, I'll make another. That was the story on how I survived 100 days Minecraft hardcore mode. If you guys and gals enjoyed, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. Now, I plan on making more videos like this that may take me weeks or minutes to make, but I hope to increase my quality of my content and our community together. As I said before, this took me weeks on end to make. Hence why I've seemed to have dropped off the face of the earth, and I apologize for that. But I've been posting stuff on my Instagram as I try and keep some people up to date. So, as well as on my Discord server, so make sure to join that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a wonderful day. Peace!